This is Vic Serby again with Bass Gear Magazine, Frankfurt Musikmesse 2009. I'm here with Uffe from TC Electronics, and we're talking about the exciting new Bass Amp 2.0, the Rebel Head 450. This is a head that's got digital features like presets and memory locations for up to 3 user presets, right? Correct. 450 watts into 4 ohms, Class D power amplifier, so it's very lightweight and very compact. It's got an optional remote control for the memory presets, which also includes the visual for the tuner. You can't see it right now because it's not running. But they have some exciting features in this, and they also had a really nice pilot program. They wanted to know what was going on, or what would happen if they just fielded this product. So why don't you tell me a little bit about how you handled that and what your at least initial response is. I understand it's still going on now?
Yes, it is, yeah. We wanted to make sure that we got the amp in the hands of you know, some real players fast after we launched this. We were very excited to get the product out and get somebody to actually play it in a real life situation. So we had the test pilot program that we announced at the NAMM show and online on our web page, and we got tremendous response from that. The pitch was basically, if you're a bass player in a band, you're a teacher, session player, whatever, sign yourself up to potentially become a test pilot for the Rebel Head, and it was overwhelming. We got like 1,700 plus applications, so we had to make some really tough choices, because we kind of decided on putting out 25 rigs to 25 different guys to check that out. So, you know, 25 versus 1,700 doesn't really add up, but we managed.
And that was 25 worldwide, right?
That's 25 worldwide. We managed to pick a wide range of different styles of playing, different ages, different sex, I have to say, spread across Europe, Asia and US, and we've now sent the rigs out to the guys, so they've just started to play those a few weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, the first guys.
Now, I believe the 210 cabinets were the only ones you had at the NAMM show, is that correct?
We had the RS210 and the 212 as well at the NAMM show, so we kind of introduced the range with those two cabinets and with the head, obviously, yeah. Yeah,
but brand new for Musikmesse is the 410 cabinet. I believe these are both 8 ohm cabinets, right?
That is correct. These are still 8 ohm cabinets, just like the 210s and 212s. This one is, as you can tell, a pretty regular 410 cabinet. We're still using the custom designed Eminence drivers. We have an Eminence HF driver in the center here, and obviously the regular attenuation on the back. I mean, it's a pretty standard cabinet. I'd say if there's any standard cabinet that any manufacturer has, it's the 410 cabinet, right?
Do you offer this in a 4 ohm version as well?
We don't at this point. We will obviously kind of look out for demands for that, but right now we kind of wanted to just stick with the 8 ohm configuration. Now, one small thing that I'd like to add to the 410 cabinet, or just a highlight of the cabinet, is that obviously you can stack it up as a regular 810 kind of configuration, but what I really like about it too is that the measures of the cabinet are made so they actually fit with the 210s and 212s as well. So the really flexible setup would be to have 2 of the smaller cabinets that you could use on the vertical stacking that we introduced at the NAMM show for smaller and mid-sized gigs, and then when you want to go play, you know, bigger gigs, add a 410 with your 2x210, then you're up to 810s with just one amp on there. So
that's great. So you have 3 memory locations, right? Yep. Bass, low mid, high mid. Do you remember what the frequency centers of these are?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think the bass control is a little bit special. If I could just spend a few seconds on that, because when I talk about the frequency alone, it sounds a little bit weird, because I believe this is around 200 hertz, the center frequency of the bass control. Now, the reason for that is because it's not a regular bell-shaped filter. It's a very soft shelving filter. So in order to get some, you know, beefiness into your sound, you have to start that filter at a fairly high level. So it kind of has a very soft slope that then goes all the way from 230 and then all the way down, obviously. So that's the bass control. This one is around 400 hertz, the low mid. The high mid is around 800, and I believe the treble is around 4K, and that's also a treble shelving filter, just like the bass control.
That's very nice, because sometimes I notice on some amplifiers they put the treble control 8, 10K way up above anything a bass could ever possibly use. Exactly, so tell me a little bit about this tube tone. In the demonstration over there, we heard a little bit of that, and it sounded great. It has a really nice distortion sound, but also it had a really nice edge to to it as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that works?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, as you can probably tell, it's not a tube amp. I have to be honest and admit that right away. What we wanted to do with the tube tone, though, was to add something where the people could actually get some of the warm sound that you know from the tube amps and stuff. And we looked into how to do that, and we realized a lot of guys out there have done, you know, the preamp with 1 or 2 small tubes in the preamp. But actually looking at the real tube stuff, the thing is, if you want to get just remotely close to tube sound, you have to kind of simulate the entire amp, right? So this is really a preamp and power amp simulation. So we have a preamp section simulating that before the tone controls, and then a power amp section that does it after the tone controls. And then in order to not make it too complicated, we just put it on a, you know, 0 to 10 kind of knob. So you dial it up from just a touch of just getting the slightly warm thing up to a little bit of overdrive, and then up to a regular distortion over here when you pass the 12 o'clock position. So very flexible control in just one knob.
That's excellent. Anything else you'd like to tell us about the brand new bass amp and the cabinets?
Just the fact that I'm very, very happy with the response that we're getting so far. We're getting really good feedback from the players and the guys on the test pilot program right now, and also some of the guys that are already gigging with it right now. So I'm just very happy to be in this category, and we are definitely dedicated to continuing this and bringing out some more stuff for the bass guys.
That's excellent. Once again, this is Vic Serby, Bass Gear Magazine, Frankfurt Musikmesse 2009. Thanks a lot, Uffe. It's great talking to you, and we'll talk to you next time.
There's a tube tone in the amp as well, which is actually a distortion effect. And the way I use it is I put it on my preset number 2, my finger, if I can, my softer sound. I add a little bit of a distortion just to give it some edge and warmth. You don't really hear it's a distortion. It's just there to flavor the sound, kind of. If you don't want to, the very cool thing again now is I can just press my preset number 2 and I'm back to exactly the amount of distortion I needed. Fantastic! I'm gonna play another song. Please stick around and listen to the amp. It's the RH450. Thank you very much. Please stick around for Sam. He's going to do some really cool stuff. Okay, the RH450. Yoo-hoo!